Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I'm Cassidy. I'm a senior. I've been trying to say that as much as possible lately, because the next time I'll be able to is on my AARP application. So being a senior means that I graduate in May. And that's slightly horrifying, because after that I'm just an adult. And it's not that I'm not mature enough or intelligent, because I am. It's just, I don't know if I'm ready to accept the title yet. I still do a lot of very not adult things. Just the other day, my friend and I are walking through campus, and we see everyone drinking fruit smoothies, and they don't sell fruit smoothies on campus. So we're like, where's everyone getting these fruit smoothies? So we decide to follow the fruit smoothie drinkers to the source. And it leads us to a big white truck parked outside the campus center. And I'm like, oh my goodness, fruit smoothie food truck. That's adorable. So I go up to the truck, and I try to read the menu board, and the menu reads, free HIV testing inside. We didn't get any smoothies that day. So that kind of thing doesn't happen to an adult. Also, I don't know any adults who just have scraped knees all the time. Falling on my face in public is just a daily part of my routine at this point. And honestly, it's a luxury that I'm not ready to give up yet. And I will say that the public reaction to falling on your face in public changes as you get older. Because when you're a little kid and you fall on your face in public, you get sort of like a walk it off, rub some dirt on it, stupid kid. You know how adults talk? But when you're an adult and you fall on your face in public, you get something that's more like, oh my God, medic, she's falling and she can't get out, medic! And that's just exhausting, especially for how often I fall on my face. And for how often the reason I fall on my face is because I tripped over nothing. There's no way to explain yourself for tripping over nothing where you don't sound stupid. Like, oh no, I was thinking, I just forgot to think about how to walk. And it's always embarrassing when that happens. It's not the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me, though. We're all friends at this point. I'll tell you what is. This is what you, your loved ones, perhaps your grandchildren, will come to know as the fence story. I need a moment. The year was 2009, and I was basking in both the summer after 8th grade and the peak of my awkward stage. So every year, my town has a celebration, an event called Founders Day, and it's where we celebrate the founding of Manahawkin. Can I tell you who founded Manahawkin? No? But we have barbecues and pie eating contests and parades and such. And it ends with fireworks every year, a big fireworks show. And this particular year, it was also ending with a screening of Grease at the baseball fields, because apparently I grew up in a 1980s coming-of-age movie. So anyone who was anyone was going to be at the fireworks, because that's what everyone does in Manahawkin. You go to the Founders Day fireworks. And that includes every teenager I've ever met, their entire families, and for some reason, all of their dogs, which I never understood, because dogs react to fireworks like they're suffering from PTSD. And why would you do that to them? I don't understand. So, I arrived at Founders Day with my childhood best friend at the time, also my younger brother, and my mom, who was pushing my youngest brother in a stroller. So we approached the baseball fields where they're having the fireworks, and my best friend says this sentence, "Hey, look, they're throwing t-shirts. Let's hop the fence and go get some." I'm not a science major, but I do know that if the fence hopping gene is hereditary, it must be recessive, because it has yet to show up in my DNA. This is a good time to mention that my nickname amongst my family is Danny DeVito, because like Mr. DeVito in his 1988 blockbuster film Twins, I got all the crap genes. So instead, I sat there and I watched My brother and my best friend graze the fence with ease and disappear into a haze of free t-shirts and townies. So what does one do in this situation? Walk all the way around to the gate like some kind of chump? Don't be ridiculous. I needed a plan, and lucky enough for me, my mom had one. She proceeds to tell me that she will lift me atop the fence so I can jump down, and then she'd meet me around to the gate because she had the stroller, and we'd meet on the inside. And I think, sounds beautiful, let's do it. So she lifts me up, she sets me on the fence. I say, all right, Mom, I'll see you in a minute. She says, see you in a minute. Friends, I remember the view atop the fence that day. I remember the premature glow of an early sunset, the smell of fresh-cut grass, the sound of an overplayed Bruce Springsteen song playing across the speakers, and the feeling that it was finally summer and everything was okay. So I removed my sneakers from the fence and I took the jump. There was a problem, though. My feet never touched the ground. It took a minute to fully assess the situation because the plan seemed easy enough. Step 1, sit atop fence. Step 2, jump down from said fence. Step 3, land. Step 3 is where the problem seemed to lie because there I was, hovering. At first, I really didn't get it because all of my belt loops were unencumbered. I just didn't understand, and that's when I heard the ripping. The chain link had poked a hole through the denim, and yes, friends, I was hanging from a fence by the ass of my jorts. I don't know how familiar you are with cartoon hobos, but the little satchel that they carry on a stick is called a bindle. In the story of myself and the fence, I was the bindle. Similarly, if you can picture laundry out on a line, a coat on a coat rack, or bait freshly poked with a hook, you can kind of picture what I looked like that day. Kind of just something like this. And now, I am fully aware of how 12 I look currently at age 21, and I will tell you that I have always looked young for my age. But let me tell you, I cannot stress enough the difference between a small child getting themselves into a potentially dangerous fence situation and a lanky prepubescent 14-year-old hanging from a fence by her ass. One of them is cause for concern, and the other is a strategically placed pimple on the face of humanity you have to force yourself not to look at. And I don't know about you, but at age 14, I went through great lengths to not draw attention to myself. But here I was, hanging by my ass from a fence in a sea of everyone I had ever met. So I set aside this designated moment for panic, and I needed to act fast. My mom was walking away, and I needed to grab her attention, but calling out for someone's attention when you don't want to draw attention to yourself is tricky business. I had to perform the rarely attempted whisper yell. Now this is done when you're in a truly panicked situation and you don't want to let any sound escape your throat, but make sure that your breath has an audible quality that truly conveys your level of panic. Something like, Mom! She whipped around. She said, oh my God! And she ran over, and I swear the stroller flew through the air. I don't know how my brother stayed in it. But she ran over to me. Cassidy, how did you do this? I don't know. What are you doing? Just get me down. So she puts her hands around my waist and tries to do just that. And then she says this sentence. Cassidy, I can't lift you. What? I weighed 75 pounds soaking wet, so weight here wasn't the issue, but gravity is the thing. And rather than explain all of that to me, she decides to ask the man next to her, who could have been the spokesperson for Harley Davidson, to please pluck me off the fence, if he could kindly do so. And he does just that. He reaches down, puts his hands around my waist, plucks me off the fence, sets me down. Step 3, land. Sometimes when you think you're taking the easy way out, you're doing the right thing, and that's just not true. Sometimes what looks like it's the best idea really isn't. But sometimes you don't get free t-shirts when you don't take the easy way out. So given the chance to go back to 2009, would I make the same mistake? Or would I walk around to the gate? I guess you could say I'm on the fence.